Right then, guys, welcome back to another, what is it, Liverpool Transfer Daily or something like that. I might have to change that name, mate, to like the latest because we don't even do it daily anymore. But
we don't.
Anyway,
how about every second daily?
Yeah. Change it to something a bit more realistic of what it actually is. But welcome back, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Today, joined by Shauno again as usual. We're going to be touching on the Ekitike stuff today. It's got some stuff about Rodrygo, Harvey Elliott news. Was there somebody else as well? I can't remember who else I said I was going to mention. Oh, and Darwin Nunez again as well. There's something else that's popped off about that.
And your man from Real Madrid as well.
Yeah, I said Rodrygo there.
What did? Oh, sorry. Yeah. senior moment.
But anyway, yeah, we're going to touch on all of that, guys, right now. But again, can't go any further without mentioning, obviously, we are in partnership with Number 19 Apparel Co., which is going along the bottom now. You are within a chance of winning one of their T-shirts by becoming a member in our giveaway every single month for as little as $1.99, guys. And yeah, Shauno, other than that, how are you doing today?
I'm like Rupert Kipling cakes. I'm exceedingly good. I'm doing it. I'm like Tony Kellogg's Frosties. I'm great. Yeah, I'm in good form. I'm in good form. It's good to see business been done. Hello, Robin _M _CYP.
Evening, mate. Well, if now you've mentioned that, mate, we'll dive straight into the Nunez stuff. But,
might as well, yeah.
But yeah, basically as well, guys, hit that like button when you join in as well, because we need to get them likes up to help the channel. So basically, what's happened today with the whole Nunez thing is what Robin just mentioned there, that there's reports coming out from Build that allegedly, again, don't know if this is true or not, Newcastle are showing an interest in Darwin Nunez. The fact this is coming from a German report is a bit weird, unless they're letting it known to the German side of it because of the whole Ekitike thing, that they're like looking elsewhere now or something. I don't know. Maybe this has come from Frankfurt. Who knows? But yeah, what? I'm going to throw you a quick question then, Shauno, about this actually. If it's legit that Nunez is wanted by Newcastle, right? Can you see a world where Liverpool buy Ekitike and then do a swap deal for Isaac and get both of them?
I knew you were gonna. I knew you were gonna say that. Evening, Scott. I mean, that would be something else, wouldn't it? I mean, I like. They'd probably still look for 100 million at least for Isaac, and then whatever for Nunez. I don't know. I really don't know. It's like they've pretty much said that Isaac is not for sale.
Yeah.
And I take it as that. But I mean, I'm fucking laughing my head off. Like they're now targeting other strikers because they're out of the race for Ekitike. Oh fuck.
Ekitike.
Whatever. There you go. All right, guys.
As Spectre said anyway earlier in a comment, if you spell his name backwards, it's exactly the same as it's going for.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's wow.
So yeah, what in just in general though, Nunez going to Newcastle, is that something you'd be bothered about? To be fair, I couldn't care where he goes.
Look, I mean, I wish the guy the best. I mean, obviously not at our expense, but I wish whatever he does. Look, you know, I wish him the best. Like, you know, some of the comments he made. Why am I going back and forth all the time with the Zoom? It's driving me up the wall. Some of the comments that he made about Liverpool Football Club being more than a football club, being a family, that kind of, you know, hit home a bit, that this guy joined the club with the intention of doing well, and, you know, it didn't work out for him. We wish him the best. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Like, but like, you know, you know what though, like, to be honest with us all, like, we did all like support him for a long time, didn't we? and he got
the support was amazing.
and we got so much stick from
support was amazing.
And we got so much stick from rival fans or other Liverpool fans that wanted him gone. So it just didn't turn out the way it did it? So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a gamble. It's a gamble when you take on these players from abroad. They're used to other leagues and whatnot, but but that's it.
What do you think about what I mentioned to you before we went live? So I did say that I could see this lad playing for this club, but apparently, West Ham are trying to sign Harvey, Elliott, and Tyler Morton as well in like a bit of a double deal, as Gavin says there. But yeah, I said on Monday I could see Elliott going down south, and West Ham was one of the clubs that I did mention as where he could go. Now, I'd say I'd be sad to see Elliott go because I do think I think he's a really good player.
Yeah,
I think if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I think there's a world class player in Elliott. But he's never going to reach that level if he's not playing, which he hasn't been on this lot. So if you can get a decent fee for him, 40 mil, maybe a bit more, I would take it and let him. I'd put maybe some sort of buyback in there, like if he does like hit his full potential. Do you know what I mean? So we can get him back.
Good idea.
But yeah, 40 mil, send him down to West Ham. He's obviously from that area anyway, like London, where we got him from Fulham, didn't we? So yeah, it'd be sad to see him go, but
yeah,
I think it's best for his future, and it could be best for Liverpool's future if he does become a good player in the long run. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I have to repeat your sentiment there. I would be very, very sad to see Harvey go. I mean, he is a true Liverpool fan. His dad is a Liverpool fan. We kind of got to see a little bit about that on the Jurgen Klopp documentary, which was more about Harvey and his dad than Klopp, but however. I would really be sad to see him go, but I think it's best for him. He's not going to get the starting 11 all the time. He'd be lucky, if he gets on every now and then. But I think it's best for him as a player and for his career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do think as well, ever since he had that injury against Leeds, that he's probably lost a bit of pace. A little bit, not a lot, but I think he changed the way he played ever since he come back from that. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work out at Liverpool for him right now. No. And Tyler Morton, I don't think he ever got going. I don't think Klopp saw it in him. If Klopp saw it in him, he wouldn't have signed Endo, for instance, or tried to have signed Caicedo. He'd have played Tyler Morton. Do you know what I mean? They're at a similar age. If I'm remembering correctly, Tyler Morton's not like a 19-year-old or something like that. Let me have a quick look. I might be talking at me. He's 22. So he's not a teenager, you know what I mean? So he was probably about the same age as Caicedo at that time, probably. So it's just not going to work for him, I don't think. So no. If you can get 20 mil, let him go.
I think if he's not, hitting the first team at that age, or he should be just about to hit the peak, and he's not doing that. So obviously, don't like to say he's surplus to requirements, but he may do better at another club.
Yeah, I agree, man. Make sure you're hitting that like button, guys, as you join the stream. Let's catch up on some of your comments. Guy Richards says, Talio, Adam and Shauno, one called it on Hugo. To be fair, you did, Gary. You did mention Hugo, I want to say at least 3 weeks ago. Something like that.
But didn't I say in the last live stream that, was it today, that they would go for Ekitike? And I was right. SKB.
Scott says, his thoughts on Nunez. Really wish it worked out there. Defo player there, and he'll smash it wherever he goes. I guarantee it. Yeah, Yeah, I think that's the sentiment, really. I think if that does happen, I do hope he goes abroad. I hope he doesn't stay in the Prem. But yeah, and to be fair, I don't think he'll want to stay in the Prem. I think why would he go even further north to like Newcastle when he's obviously he's from a warm climate. If he wants a restart somewhere like Italy, Spain, maybe even Saudi Arabia, if they offer him enough money, he'd go there. I don't know. So yeah. Gary says, I presume you mean to put Isaac was never a reality. That seems to be some of the growing sentiment, to be fair, from some of the journalists that have been reporting today. Like Fabrizio Mano says, I covered it in my video earlier, that Ekitike is not second choice. Liverpool always wanted him. But the what's the word I'm looking for? Opportunity to sign Isaac arose, which says to me that the player told them, if you want it, come, I'm up for it type thing. But I just think that Newcastle maybe have probably shut the door. It's like I said to you the other day, whenever we hear something in the news, it's always like 24, 48 hours old. So when we heard the other day that Isaac was like an option, it'll probably pass that. Liverpool probably already knew it wasn't going to happen or whatever like that. And they'd already just moved on to Ekitike because apparently, if you believe the reports today, Liverpool's first bid for Ekitike went in on Monday. So, yeah. Scott again says, if I was Elliott, I'd look for a move abroad, showcase his technical ability more, as I agree he's a world-class potential. You know what? I'm actually surprised he hasn't gone to somewhere like Dortmund or something. I could see him at like a Dortmund or RB's. No, not RB Leipzig. We've had players go there and they've not done well. Where else could he go? Somewhere in Spain, like maybe. It wouldn't be somewhere like Barcelona or Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. It'd be like the next run down or something like Seville or Villarreal maybe or something. I don't know. And then in Italy, what's that team called that Fabregas coaches? Is it Como? I think that's it. Maybe go there or something. I don't know.
You know what? I haven't really been following Fabregas or the Italian league, to be honest with you. I wouldn't know.
Atalanta as well might be a good place for Harvey Elliott as well. Pretty similar style of play to Liverpool. Under Klopp anyway. Gary says that Hugo will be a cop darling, which we'll have to wait and see. Let's not put too much pressure on the kid. Like, we're all like this with Nunez, and look how that turned out. One thing I will say, though, and we've got to kind of admit this, back when we signed Nunez, that was a Jurgen Klopp signing. The scouts and everybody else did not want Darwin Nunez. This is the team that's signing Ekitike. Would be the people that signed Salah, Mane, so on and so forth.
It's good to see Muscusi back.
Gavin says West Ham for Elliott is a risk. His father was speaking to Brighton before the under-21s. Brighton would be a better for his career. Potentially, where did Brighton finish last season?
He could maybe join his former teammate and go to Brentford.
I don't know about Brentford. I think when their manager's gone now, I think they're going to be a bit shit. So where did they finish? Have a look. Brighton came 8th. West Ham were 14th. Okay, then I see that. Ed's with us again. Evening, Ed. Hope you're doing well. Interesting couple of days since the last stream. Indeed, mate. Indeed. Scott says Tyler Morton is defo a really good player. Just needs some minutes. And then Miss Guja says he coaches real sausage, your dad. I don't know who that is. But I think I said it right anyway. So yeah, right. We've done the Elliott, we've done Nunez, we've done Tyler Morton as well. Where do we go from here? Let's do the Rodrygo stuff, because that'd be quite interesting, to be fair. So this has been going on for like a few days now, and there's been reports out there that his team or his lawyers or whatever have met with Liverpool representatives in New York. the asking price was set at like 100 mil or something, maybe 90 million. But then apparently, I think Real Madrid have lowered that now because there was no interest in it at that price. And it's rumored to be around 60 million now.
60? Wow.
Yeah. That's what I saw from Spain yesterday, I think. I've not really touched it because I didn't think there was anything in it, especially with the whole Isaac Ekitike thing. I was just like, and no one that we know, like, you know, Romano or anyone like that has been said a word about it. To be fair, it's all just these reports from Spain or whatever. So it could literally be his agent trying to strum up a move for him and putting Liverpool's name out there to grow some interest in him. But with us moving for Ekitike today, right? I do wonder if the plan is now, instead of, and again, this is the whole Jude Bellingham situation all over again, where instead of buying Bellingham, you go and buy 3 midfielders, whatever. Swear to God. If that still does my head in that people believe that shit, honestly.
I know.
But what was I going to say now? If the plan now is not to just go and get Isaac and spend all that money in Isaac, but you go and get Ekitike for, I think the rumored price is like 77 million for Ekitike or whatever. And then you can get what's his face, Rodrygo, for 60. I don't think that's too bad, to be fair. I think Rodrygo would be a good player. He'd be very similar to me in a mold to a Sadio Mane, where he can play anywhere across the front three. Last year, I've got his stats loaded up here. Me and you went through it before we went live, Shauno. He did 54 games last year, 14 goals, 11 assists in 3,452 minutes. So, I mean, he only played 30 times in La Liga, but it just doesn't seem to fit into Xabi Alonso's plans for this year. So, I'm not 100% certain on this, but if that's the plan, I'm all for it. Thoughts on Rodrygo, mate, if you've got any?
Well, he's a young lad. I mean, he's always got potential, especially with the players that are already at Liverpool. Obviously, he's a right winger. That's his main position. But as you said, he can play left wing and centre forward. So I think to have someone as versatile as that is really important for the squad. Would he get on the starting 11? I don't know.
I don't know myself, mate. In all fairness, I really don't know. I think he probably would if we sold Diaz. I think he'd take that left side. I think he's better than Gakpo. But I'm not bothered one way or another. Like, you need that competition. It was sad to see towards the back end of last year that we lost the. Because you remember at the beginning of the season last year when Gakpo and Diaz were like vying for that position, and they were literally just like, you know, one day Diaz had played and he was phenomenal. Next game, Gakpo had played and he was phenomenal. You know what I mean? We just seemed to lose that towards back end of season because I think obviously Diaz played a lot more down the middle. So it'd be good to bring somebody in of that quality again. And again, if you lose Diaz and you bring in Rodrygo, he's 4 years younger than him. He scores more goals than him. He's got assists in him. Obviously, he's Brazilian, so everyone's going to absolutely bum him. So, like, yeah, I just think it'd be good all round. I really do. But I do think as well that Liverpool want to get these deals. If the Rodrygo thing is real, I think they want to get him and Ekitike done before they travel next week. But yeah, I guess we'll wait and see. I do think as well that I think if they get Ekitike done, they'll have to move somebody on before they bring in Rodrygo. Who that is, Elliott, Nunez seem the most likely. Diaz seems to be a little bit dead right now with everyone not wanting to go and spend 80 odd million on him. Do you know what I mean? So unless Liverpool compromise and bring that price down a little bit, I don't think anyone's going to move for him. But hey ho. Let's have a look, see where else we are with some of these comments, shall we? Gavin says he'll take Rodrygo all day over Gordon. Are people still talking about Gordon coming to Liverpool? Like,
no, not going to happen.
And this is not aimed at you, Gavin, mate, for mentioning it, but like, he's just signed a new contract last year. You'd be talking over 100 mil for him. Like, I can't see that happening. No. Evening, Jen. Hope you're doing well, love.
Evening, Jen.
Simon LFC 97. You never walk alone. Hi, Adam. Sorry, Ekitike. For me, is another Milan Baros. Nunez would like to see Rodrygo, not Anthony Gordon. Way overrated. Agree with that. Rodrygo is a class act. Can play across the front and cover Salah. Yeah, mate.
Simon new to the channel?
I think so. Yeah.
Simon.
Well, I've got some stuff to show you about Ekitike when we get to that bit, actually, which is quite surprising. Some people might find it quite surprising. I've shown it to Sean already, and I think you were a bit surprised by it.
I was very surprised. Yeah, very surprised.
Bon Nunez says that Nunez will stay. What do you think about
that? I can't see it myself. I can't. I think, like, I know Morton has talked about this, and he said with Wirtz, he reckons that Nunez would only thrive with him. I think Nunez has had plenty of good players around him, and there doesn't look to be any. I don't think Slot rates him. I think it's been very obvious, especially the second half of the season, where he's put Diaz, he's put Szoboszlai in a number 9 position over Nunez. So I think Nunez is gone. I think Nunez is gone.
I think the way he was used towards the back end of last year says everything we need to know about it, to be fair. Jen says we are buying Rodrygo, selling Diaz, Elliott, and Nunez, and then we need a centre back and 2 more in. Who are your 2 more, Jen? Let us know. Who would your 2 more be? Miscusi says he's a good player, Rodrygo, but would he be able to do it on a rainy day at Everton's Dickenbum Hill Tesco's? Oh, God, I didn't even read that properly until I was saying it. Oh, you got me then, mate. Gay will happen. Yeah, me and Shauna will talk about that before we went live. Yeah, I think it will. He hasn't gone anywhere or anything like that, so let's see. Ed, do you reckon Rodrygo would be tempted to come to us? Do you know what? After we've signed Florian Wirtz, I don't rule anything out.
I think what we should do is we should wait until his contract runs out and then get him, tap him, and then get him on the free. See how fucking Real Madrid like it.
What are we going to be waiting for? 3 years?
Well,
yeah. Stop now, mate. Yeah. You got me that time. Dicky Minty says Avengers Assemble. Even in Pal, hope you're doing well.
Is Dicky new as well?
I think so, unless it's just Minty who's changed his name.
Okay.
Scott, I think he'd have a good battle with Gakpo on the left. Yeah, I agree with that, pal. Yeah. Ed says that she'd... Sorry, mate. I read Jen's thing underneath first. I'd be so up for that move. Yeah, me too, pal. Gavin says that Alex Cook has said the thing about Gordon. Regan, is that how you say for that one? Nunez is going. Reagan, yes, that might probably be my option, yeah. Jen, member for 5 months. We will get behind Hugo 100%. 100%. Gavin, breaking news, Darwin's move to Saudi is off. He went to the airport but missed his plane.
That's
Simon's just subscribed. Well, welcome, mate. Welcome. Good show. I flick in and out, but we're watching more of you guys. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Simon. Make sure that you also get your friends to join as well. The more, the
I've been trying to push to get to 3K, so that'd be good if we
We're very close to 3K, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Ed, again, a topic for later in the stream. Will Wright interest ended? I'll have to look into that, mate, but I think you are right. I did see that last night. Only reason Nunez would stay is if we can't get another signing in, so we aren't short in that position. I kind of agree, but I also kind of think as well that they'd get what's his face? Who did I say? Chiesa. I think if we sign Ekitike, I could see Chiesa being like the backup down the middle potentially. Frankie JD, evening all. I heard. That's Pina.
Zahavi
is representing Liverpool in the Rodrygo deal. Let me see if I can find out who that is. You watch, you'll probably work for like Chesterfield or something like that. Zahavi, there we go. Who's
Jen
he?
says I would bring in Sesko and Gahey. And Bond says Madrid aren't that stupid. I think that was in reply to me getting Rodri on the free.
Yeah, that won't happen. Yeah, I don't even know who this guy is.
Muscusi, you do have friends. You have me as a friend.
He owns Gola International, one of the world's leading football agencies. He represents Nkunku, Tar, Vega, Lewandowski, Yannick Carrasco, Mitrovic, David Alaba, and Neymar. Oh, hopefully it happens then. If that's legit, mate. Hopefully that happens. Would bring Sesko and Gay. You've just mentioned that one. Madrid aren't that stupid, and she's got no friends. He's a super agent. Yeah, Arsenal hijacked it. Apparently, nice one, mate. I tell you what. I'll load that up so we can touch on this. Is he the young lad from Salford? Let's have a look. I think he might be, Who's this one from? So the Liverpool Arsenal are pushing to complete a deal for Salford Wanderkid as Liverpool withdraw from the race. Okay. Liverpool had been in pole position. We offered a bid of 100 grand with a further 200 in add-ons. The Athletic have said that they've ended the pursuit with Arsenal now trying to sign him. He's been targeted by Arsenal's academy manager, Mertesacker, pushing to sign elite talent with the former defender, blah, blah, blah. Wright would reportedly play for both the under-18s and the under-21s should the move to Arsenal happen. Okay. He scored 4 goals in a week. Blah, 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 blah. All right, nice one. So it seems like he's a young lad, 17 years of age. You know what? We've signed some good young players lately. Like, what's his face today? Who was it? Rio. He's turned out to be a really good, isn't he? So
in Gumu or in any. I can't think of his. I can't pronounce his.
I can't pronounce his last name, but yeah, he's been. What's it? He was got some decent. What's his face? Decent traction with us, and he played really well in that last friendly game. So
yeah,
maybe we'll see a bit more of him this season as well. Where else are we up to? I've got Sean. I'm going to his now for a bath.
I have a shower, not a bath. So
Cranky JD said he helped Abramovich buy Chelsea in relation to that agent. Jota's been inducted into the Wolves Hall of Fame. Yeah, I saw that before I came on. Yeah, that's happened today, which is nice. That's really good. Simon again says that there's rumours today saying Liverpool backing for Hato. At worst, Hato wants a deal to happen, rebuffing Arsenal's advances. I think I saw something to do with Chelsea, to be fair, with them. But he was
a question. Have you got your window open and someone wolf whistling you?
No, it's other room with TV.
All right, I thought you had a parrot or someone wolf whistling you.
No. Can you? Is it really loud? Can you hear it?
No, don't worry about it, man. I was joking.
Where was it to? Yeah, so the Hato stuff. That's the kid that came to the West Ham game, if I'm right. Yeah. I am kind of surprised that that's not happened. Unless they're offering stupid money. They want stupid money. Sorry for him. We'll have to wait and see. Like, he's not gone anywhere else right just now, but I think he's doing all right with where he is at Ajax. And the last thing I did see was him being linked with Chelsea. Gary says that Hugo will cook at Liverpool, and Gavin says there, yeah, it's Chelsea for Hato. Chelsea banned our scouts over Rio, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Yep.
Wonder why.
Liverpool have done well with French strikers. Cisse, I think he was decent. Who else? Anelka. You can't remember anyone else. Bon, what about Liverpool selling a player to Arsenal for 1 million world record? Yeah, and that woman's player, I can't remember what she's called, Summit Smith. Sure that was on the Athletic front page for Liverpool. I'm sure it was. I can't find it now. Continue about that. Here we go.
Olivia Smith says Ed.
Yeah, Olivia Smith there. Yeah, so she's a young Canadian. She's joining there. She joined us. We finished 7th. Yeah, so look, she looks like she's a really good player. To be fair, on this, she scored a fair few goals for us according to this as well. We finished 7th in a 12-team league. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've not followed any of the women's football at all. I didn't even know that happened. To be fair, but yeah, if she's gone for a world record fee, then that surely is a bad thing for us. Like, surely she's a good player, like a really good player. Do you know what I mean? So I can't take that as a positive. To be fair, especially when you're finishing 7th in a 12-team league, you're only 5 from bottom, and you're selling someone for a world record fee. Don't bode well, does it? Simon, wouldn't be surprised a merry-go-round with Madrid, Canate, 20 mil for Rodrygo. Not a bad shout, mate. If we can get Hato and Gahey in as well, I'd be buzzing with that. We signed Ekitike, Rodrygo, Gay, and Hato. Buzzing. Not bothered about that. Pedro the Parrot, yeah, that's who it is, mate. Dale, what's happened to FSG? Is John Henry not got long left? He must be like, whatever might not make it to December, just splash the dosh better than going to the grandkids.
Shall I take this one?
Go on, mate.
Yeah. I have to say, guys, I am flabbergasted at our business so far and how good we've got. First of all, apologies to Richard Hughes, because at the moment he's on fire. I know we're kind of jumping a little bit. We'll have a look at the transfer window when it ends and then make our analysis on that. But so far, Dale, I'm as happy as a pig in shit. I'm rolling in the shit. I'm a happy camper. I really am.
Scott says that world record fee's paying for our summer window. Jen says that Rio will be in the first team this season. So I think he'll get a few games, to be fair, yeah. We've got 147 people watching the stream. How many? We've only got 33 of you over on YouTube. Jump over at YouTube, guys. Make sure you join us over there and join with the chat.
Subscribe, share it, enjoy the chat.
Miss Guzzi, Liverpool Smith signed for Arsenal. They gave her an iron and a... I ain't reading that shit.
You're going to get us like Joey Barton.
The FBI, rumour has it Man United are after that lady, the men's team. All right, yeah, I get that joke, yeah. Yeah.
She turned it down on all FBI. Welcome.
Yeah, I get that now. I get that now. Ed, I hope it's Jen, at least get a fair. That's in regards to Rio. Cranky JD says exciting times. Gavin, maybe outside investment.
Maybe. I think Martin touched on that. Craig from Anfield Agenda made a fairly good point that we're in a situation now, and especially with the amount of windows that we didn't spend big, that now is time to splash the cash, and especially with Man City and their drop, from grace, that maybe this is the time. So,
100%, mate. Where are we up to? Dale, same. It's just great. Have Man United even signed anyone? No, I saw something actually quite funny earlier, right? I was on X and I was just scrolling and it popped up in like my algorithm thing and it was Pizza Hut. No, was it Pizza Hut or Domino's? It was one of them. And it was like, since Man United put their first bid in for Mbuemo, we've delivered like something ridiculous, like 376,000 pizzas or something like nationwide. It was something like that. It was funny as all. But yeah,
there's some fantastic AI videos where Mbumo signs for United and he's crying, and everyone else, all the United fans and the
Oh,
United
and they're trying to
order.
like make him stay, and he's like, "No, I
Yeah,
want to go.
no,
I want to
no. Oh,
go."
I love it.
Jen says, "Smash those likes, guys. Yeah, get them likes smash, guys." Simon, guys, don't want to be a dampener on all the signings, but I think this is the last big window for FSG. I think they'll sell within 2 to 3 years. Dynasty equity already in place for any suitors.
Well, part of dynasty equity is one of the chairmans or on the board of FSG. So, and also we're not too sure where dynasty equity lie in terms of Liverpool. Did they buy shares in actual Liverpool, or have they bought some of the? Is it the debt that FSG had, or something like that? So we won't know that until I think the next year's. Am I right? Next year finances.
Maybe, yeah. I think so. Yeah,
is fairly good.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at what Mo says, because
yeah,
he's normally pretty good at that stuff. So I'll have to have a look at that.
We need to get him on. Actually, he's amazing. So he is.
But yeah, I think you might be right with a sale. To be fair, it all depends though as well, because if they do get this other club pulled in over the line, I can't see them selling Liverpool for a fair bit. To be fair, otherwise, what was the point of that? Do you know what I mean? So I'll have to just wait and see. Scott says that Trainioni will defo get some time this as well. I agree with that. Gavin says they've been trying to sign Mbeumo for 7 weeks now. And then FBI says Liverpool should sign Rodrygo. He's unlikely to run down his contract and join Real Madrid.
Yeah,
that's true. That is true. And then Bond says better selling when you are on top. I agree with that, mate. 100%.
I think FBI. I think is new to the channel, so welcome FBI.
Yeah. I think he's trying to take Muscusi's spot.
Is he? I think so. Yeah. There's a few of them like that. There's Spectre that comes on every now and again, and
yeah. Right, guys, we're going to talk about the Ekitike stuff right now. Let me just load up my the stuff that I had saved.
SKB.
So where is it here? So it all obviously started with Romano, putting this little tweet out here. Let me see if I can share my screen with you. It looks decent. Let me have a quick look.
Just while you're doing that, FBI, you're from Mayo. My dad is from Mayo, and he's in Hong Kong. Wow. Welcome to the channel.
You dare say that again.
What?
Miss Goosey, don't you dare say that again.
Miss Goosey, you're brilliant, here.
Is that pops? Yeah. So 5 hours ago, we had this from Fabrizio Romano saying that Ekitike has been clear with Frankfurt. He wants the Liverpool move. Contract terms have already been discussed. Negotiations continue after the first bid turned down. Clubs remain in talks as Liverpool will insist. Newcastle have been out of the race since yesterday. Then we had other stuff from David Ornstein where he's done an article, which obviously I can't show you because it's behind a paywall, but I can show you the tweet that came with the article if I can bloody find it. Hold on, I had that in my video earlier on. Here we go. Boom. So he's put this out saying the following. Liverpool advancing in talks to sign Ekitike from Frankfurt. Negotiations for the 23-year-old forward progressing on package worth in excess of 80 million euros. The French international wants it, so personal terms won't be an issue. Now, there was also another thing from Romano earlier on where he basically just said something along the lines of, I think I said it earlier on in the stream, but just to repeat myself, that Liverpool... Ekitike is not Liverpool's second choice. Liverpool wanted Ekitike all summer, but when the opportunity to come and sign Isaac popped up, then they took it. So yeah, and then before I get your opinion on this, Sean, what I want to do again is show everybody this stat. Now we've had a few people saying not sure about Ekitike, could be a Barros, could be a Nunez. North Red here saying don't know enough about Eke, so can't be excited one way or the other. I will say Liverpool supporters seem to be explaining this move rather than being excited about it. I'm in them lines there. until I saw this earlier, which I've shared with Sean earlier. Now,
good to see you back, North Red, and I love your profile photo.
So this here, guys, is a graph comparing the stats of Ekitike. Well, comparing Isaac and Ekitike over the last year. Ekitike is the blue and Isaac's the red. Now, as you can see, Ekitike beats Isaac in a fair few of these. But the key thing for me, as Gavin's just said there in the comments, they are pretty much the same player. However, I just want to preface all of this by the fact that obviously Isaac plays in the Premier League, Ekitike plays in the Bundesliga, so it's different. So he might struggle. But even if, say, for instance, he does come in to the Prem and he drops a little bit, in some of these areas, he would be at the same level as Isaac. Because look how far ahead he is of Isaac in some of these. So he would be at a similar level to Isaac on all of this. And as Ed says there as well, he's younger, more room for improvement. Yeah, I mean, if I have a look at his thing on here, I can't remember what his stats were for last year. So if we have a look at Frankfurt first, and I just need to find him because I can't spell his last name offhand, so I need to search for him now.
Ekitike's name. Well, if you spell it backwards, it still comes up Ekitike.
Really? I wonder where you got that from. So yeah, for last year, Ekitike had 48 games, 22 goals, 12 assists in 3,644 minutes. Whereas your man, as Shauno would say, Alexander Isaac, again, different leagues. So take it as you will with these. Alexander Isaac in the Prem and everything else last year, all competitions, 42 games, 27 goals, but 6 assists. So, I don't think there's that much difference, is there really? Like, what is it? Ekitike scored 22 goals, Isaac scored 27. Ekitike's got 12 assists, Isaac's got 6. So very, very similar, I would say, in style of play and stuff like that, which is one of the things I said earlier on in the week as well, when it said that Newcastle was going to try and play both of them together. And I was like, it make no sense. They're both pretty much the same player. It goes there as well. Do you know what I mean? With that, what's Ed asking for there? Sorry.
What's his injury record like?
Let's have a quick look.
That seems to be something that we always look for.
Yeah. Have a look at some of these. Northred said he could blow us all the way, but I think we are all Nunez nervous. Agreed, mate. Agreed. Cranky JD, better players will be playing with him. Good as well. Good point. Muscusia didn't expect them stats. I trust more signings we make these days. Yep. Scott, I did see a few of his games last season. I wasn't overly impressed, but it was like 3-4 games, so I could have just seen him on a bad day at the office. And then what's his injury record? Let's have a look. I'll have a look now.
Gavin says, Ed, he's low injury record.
Yeah, I don't think it's all too bad, to be fair. Yeah, I can share it with you now. And that was one of the things as well we were all worried about with Isaac. I'm not trying to say that I'm now saying we shouldn't have signed Isaac. I would have been over the moon if we'd have signed Isaac. But I think I'm just having a look at all this stuff. I would just say I am not overly disappointed. I am disappointed that we're not going to get Isaac by the looks of things. But I'm not to the point where it's like, oh my God, I'm throwing the baby out the bathwater. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I'm not really particularly arsed if we didn't buy Isaac, because if Ekitike is younger, cheaper, and in around the same stats, maybe better in some areas on the and I think it makes. I'm going to sound like FSG here, but it sounds better business sense for us to go for Ekitike.
Yeah. See you later, Scott, mate. Thanks for jumping on, pal. So this is Ekitike's injury record here. As you can see, over 3 years of football, he missed 14 games in 21-22. He missed 1 game the year after that, and he missed 1 game last year. Brilliant. So nothing major.
Yeah.
I'll quickly just remind everybody what Isaac's was. Again, when we went through Isaac's last time, I did point out the fact it's not as bad as everybody was trying to make out it was. But, you know, we'll have a look at it right now. It is a bit longer, I'm not going to lie. But I still don't think it's all that bad. So this is Isaac's injury record. So let's stick quite recently. So last year he missed, what's that? So he missed 1 game with a groin injury, 1 game with a hamstring, 7 with a broken toe. I would take that out. Like, broken bones is not something I'm overly bothered about. It's the muscular injuries that I'm bothered about. As you can see, like, he's had 3 groin injuries in a short space of time. He's had 2 thigh injuries within the space of 2 years, which is hamstring injuries, which is not so bad, I don't think, anyway. The groin issue is the one for me where, you know, he had 2 groin injuries within the space of a year of, what's that? 3 months from October, and then he missed 1 in November. He had 1 in January, sorry. So, and then he had another one the year after as well. So, yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, I think Ekitike is 23 years of age and Isaac's like 26. So let's have a quick look. Isaac's 25 right now. He will be 26 on the 21st of September. And who was the other guy? Can't spell his name, can I?
Ekitike.
Yeah. Did you know if you spell his name backwards, it's exactly way.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ekitike is 23, but he won't turn 24 until June next year. So he's literally just turned 23 as Ekitike. But yeah, by the time at the beginning of the season, what's I going to say? Isaac could be 26. So there's 2.5 years between them, shall we say, give or take.
It's 2 more years that we'd have maybe over Isaac. So I can only see positives in this.
Let's catch up on some of the comments. So Gavin said he's a facilitator just like Bobby. Jen said he's younger and more confident than Nunez and quicker. Miscusi, there's no pressure on Ekitike. I think Slot will give him time. I think that's why they want to get him in soon as to get him used to what we need him to do. Dale, instead of 120 on Isaac, bit of a dosh on Ekitike and then get Gehi. Yeah. And then if you sell a few others like Elliott, Nunez, Diaz, you could go get someone like Rodrygo as well. No, Fred's 50, 55 million, yeah, maybe, but that's a lot of money. To be fair, mate, I do agree with you. I do think 70 odds probably a bit rich for him. You know, both Liverpool and Newcastle have both bid around 60. I think Newcastle did 64, Liverpool did 69. So it's that 60 mil mark, but the market's just been absolutely ridiculous for years. Ever since Neymar went to PSG, it's just been bonkers. Do you know what I mean? So,
and we've said like quite a lot in this channel that the number 9 market is, how would I say it? There's very few natural number 9s. So,
well, is there like, you know, who, if you were to say who's like probably the most natural number 9 in the league, it's Haaland, and then after that, it probably is Isaac. Like maybe Ollie Watkins, you could throw him in there, but other than that, I can't think outright of a number 9 in the old way. A lot of players now are just like Firmino's, you know, like facilitators, blah 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 blah, someone like that. So, and when you look at the market right now, you had Gyökeres, who's off to Arsenal, who Gavin will remember if Gavin's still here. I've not even been all over Gavin. I've not been all over Gyökeres for ages. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's all that good. People are saying he scored a lot of goals in Portugal. 20 of them are penalties. Do you know what I mean? Like, give 20 penalties to Salah, I'm sure he'll score about 50 goals a season. Do you know what I mean? So
thank God Adam hasn't been all over
Gavin. Yeah. Sesko, I think he's a good player. I think he will turn into a world class striker. I just think spending 100 million on someone who's 20 21 years of age is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So no. And then obviously there's Isaac, and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. So you've got Ekitike, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Scott's gone. Ed says that's reassuring, just a hamstring 3 years ago. Well, we've done that one with the age thing. Doug's with us. Here we go. Hugo
All right,
soon.
Doug.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, mate. North Red, hat-trick first game will all be grand. 6-year contract is interesting for Ekitike. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Ekitike reminds me a little of David Trezeguet. You know what? Now you've said that I've watched a few comps of him. I get that. I get that comparison. Yeah, mate. I get it.
Not a bad player to be compared to.
No. Ed, yep. And the unknown factor to our rivals could be an advantage, hopefully. Yeah, I agree with that.
Mind you, FBI, sorry for interrupting you there, Adam. Mind you, if you remember, Djibril Cissé was compared to a young Thierry Henry. So we might need to cool off the comparison.
Yeah, but I do think that Cissé was good. He just broke his leg a couple of times.
Yeah. He was so unlucky there. I think 3 times he broke it.
Yeah. I'm not sharing them ones, Miscusi. Gavin Morgan, he reminds me of Birdcam. That's not another bad one either, is it, to be fair? So I think we'll end up calling it there, guys. Anything else from you, Shauna, regarding Ekitike? Like, personally, I reckon it gets done quick before we go away. I hope we get Nunez sorted out, so then Ekitike becomes the new number 9. I still think Verts takes the number 7 if Diaz goes. That's why we're not seeing anything. No, you're not getting banged, Miscusi.
Never.
But yeah, mate. I mean, other than that, anything else from you?
No, I'm just super excited. I think, yeah, it's very important that we bring in these players quick and fast so that they can gel with the team and train with the team and hopefully get a few preseason friendlies in. So that's really important. I am happier, and I know this is going to sound mad, I am happier with Hugo than I would be Isaac, because we all had question marks over the price tag and his fitness, and like, okay, I mean, would it be fair to say that he's had one good season in the Premier League?
Isaac?
No. Isaac, yeah.
No. I think he's been all right since he came into the country. I don't think he's been too bad. Like, let's have a look. I think Ekitike has had one good season with Frankfurt. I'm not gonna lie, and now he's worth X amount of money. But yeah, while he's been at Newcastle, he has. Where's it gone? Where's his Newcastle? In the Premier League so far, he's played 86 games and scored 54 goals and 10 assists. I don't think you can. He scores or assists a goal every 122 minutes, which I don't think is that bad, to be fair. It's a better record than what he had when he was in La Liga. So. Yeah,
well, you know, but I think, you know, people were kind of asking about the price tag and had a few questions about it. I prefer if we get Ekitike, we get him for less. We can then, you know, bring in other players. And I think that's a wise decision.
Yeah. I guess one last thing before I go, we go, is I think I trust Edwards and Hughes and that lot. You know, they signed Salah when, you know, this is going to sound like I'm having a go at Klopp, but I'm not. But Klopp wanted Goetze. They said, get Salah. Look how that turned out. He wanted Julian Brandt. They said, get Mane. Look how that turned out. So I trust this system right now with signings and stuff. So
I never thought I would say this, because I gave Richard Hughes a bollocking last year. So Richard, if you're watching, I'm so sorry for ever doubting. Yeah. But just maybe go over some of the comments there before we head off.
Yeah. Jen says that Cissé was brilliant.
Yeah, he was.
Gavin says BBC Journal saying Liverpool want him wrapped up over the weekend to head to Asia on Monday. Yeah, that makes sense. We've got Jen saying great stream. We also had Ed saying it was a great stream. Miscusi, Jota was up. Memorial, sorry, was up today outside the ground. I don't know if you covered it already. Nah, mate, not covered it at all.
What was the memorial?
Oh no, I did. I think I sent it to you, didn't I? Yeah. I think I did. Yeah. The one I sent to you. Opposite the school, I think it is Anfield.
Oh,
school.
they are. I actually have that up on the Facebook there for the murals. So
Gavin said when he first came to England, he was used as a winger. Yeah. Bon, I don't think Isaac was ever going to happen. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll have to wait. I don't think it doesn't like it's going to happen now. Ed could be a shrewd move, 100%. And then Dale says Hughes is being banging, mate. Looks a proper baller at the moment.
I can't disagree with him. I mean, we have been, like, obviously there was the time or the periods when Jada passed away, and obviously it's only right that we took time to, not to do business and what have you. But we've jumped straight back into it. I was a bit worried how we would come back from this. I am very, very impressed with Richard Hughes and Edwards. And like I said, for the first time in a long time, I've been really excited this summer. Like fucking this, honest to God. Now I know I'm going against what I said, which is let's review the situation at the end of the window. But I have to say, if we're doing a review at the moment, I'm as happy as a pig in shit. I've said that before, but I am happy.
2 more comments then from you guys. Gavin says, question, do we move for Isaac next summer? Depends what happens, mate. Depends if we've got an opening.
Love you too, Miscusi.
Yeah, see you later, Miscusi, mate. Hope you have a good evening, pal. I don't even want to say it. Never mind. It depends what happens, mate, is what I'll say. Let's see who leaves next summer, if we've got a space for him. Dale, if Hughes was in bed with my girlfriend, I'd tuck him in. Great stream, lad. See you later. See you later, Dale, mate. See you later.
See you, Dale. Good to see you, man.
And then Ed says, take care, everyone. Have a great evening, Reds. 100%. And one to you as well, mate. Hope you have a good evening. And then Gavin also says, great stream, guys. Thank you, Gavin, pal.
Thank you, guys.
Right, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get those likes up, even after the stream has ended. Put some comments down if you've not had a chance to. If you've not had a chance to put a comment down, put it in the comments on this video, and we'll get back to you in the comments below. If you've got any questions as well, guys, make sure you hit the community page and put some questions up on there. We can have a discussion there as well. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks to Sean for joining me yet again.
Always a pleasure. Never a chore.
Obviously, we're in partnership with Number 19 Apparel Co. You could win a t-shirt from them by becoming a member of the channel, guys. So it's from as little as $1.99 a month. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you've not done so already, guys. And we will catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.